My name's Jeff Wolowitz, the owner at HeiwaTofu in Rockport, Maine. We take local and regionally grown soybeans and turn them into tofu. I started in 2008 with a vision of taking local and regional agricultural product and adding value to it. And I wanted to do it to create something that was wholesome and nutritious and simple. People that eat a plant-based diet or have been reducing the amount of meat in their diet and eating more meals that are plant-based, even increasing just the space of plant-based foods on their plate and decreasing the amount of animal-based foods on their plate has become a pretty big trend in the past number of years. Tofu has been a staple in Asia for 2,000 years, and there aren't vegetarians and omnivores in Asia. Everybody eats tofu. It's kind of, to me, it's like saying that only vegetarians eat peanut butter. It's not. It's another source of protein. It doesn't matter that it's plant-based or not. In some sense, it's a source of protein for anybody. One of the things I've worked hard on over the years is making this tofu it's just got this incredible texture. It's firm, but it's still tender and moist. It's different than most of the other tofus out there. So when we make tofu, we start with dry soybeans. So we clean them and weigh them out. So we soak the soybeans overnight. We grind them up into a paste. It looks like hummus, which is ground up beans. Then we cook that with water for about 15 minutes. The next step we call it dewatering. So we put it into a press and separate the liquid from the solids. The liquid is soy milk and the solids are soybean meal. The soybean meal, in Japanese, it's called okara. And that gets composted. Some of it goes to animal feed. Mostly it becomes compost. The soy milk, that gets turned into tofu, similar to the way a cheesemaker turns milk into cheese. So we use calcium sulfate. It's a mineral that's mined in the Midwest. We add that to the soy milk and it causes it to curdle. After about 15 minutes, it sort of is like a yogurt type consistency. And then we break up the curds into curds and whey. We separate the whey and strain it off, and then put the curds into pressing boxes and press them into big blocks of tofu. So we press the blocks for about 15 minutes, and then we take those big blocks of tofu, we cut them, vacuum seal them. Our tofu goes all over New England. It goes to grocery stores, natural food stores, restaurants, colleges, hospitals, schools. So tofu is a great source of protein. It's a plant-based protein. It's low in fat, high in protein, and it's high in calcium as well. It's a good nutrient-dense food. It doesn't have a particularly strong flavor. It's pretty mild flavor. And you can stir fry it, you can bake it, you can grill it. It sort of will, whatever flavor you want to add to it is what you're going to taste. Yeah, we usually prepare it pretty simply at home. A lot of times we'll just throw it into a stir fry with some vegetables and lightly saute it and put some seasoning on it. We'll put it in tomato sauce sometimes. Instead of a lot of people put ground beef in their tomato sauce, we'll sort of crumble or lightly mash up tofu and put it into tomato sauce. A lot of our soybeans we buy directly from growers in northern Maine, and we also have some growers that we work with in New York State and northern Vermont. Buying organic soybeans is important for us, and it means that our growers don't use any pesticides or herbicides on their crops and in their fields, and that they use practices that nurture the soil and the ecosystems around their farms, as well as protect the health of their employees. I believe it's important for Maine youth to have access to nutritious and wholesome foods and have that opportunity to learn about sustainable agriculture and local food purchases and what's available out there. Heiwa means peace in Japanese, and we believe that eating a plant-based diet helps make for a more peaceful planet.